Welcome to Audio Mentors, the channel where we transform books into practical tools to improve your life. Today, we begin with a summary of The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. This book reveals how small daily decisions can radically transform your life if applied consistently. Get ready to discover a principle that can make the difference between staying where you are and achieving the success you've always desired. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The Compound Effect in Action. The compound effect is a force that is always in action, whether it works in your favor or against you. It's like an invisible law that amplifies small daily decisions, leading you toward success or failure. Darren Hardy explains that success doesn't happen overnight. There are no quick fixes or magic formulas. Instead, everything depends on the choices you make every day and how those choices accumulate over time. To illustrate this concept, Darren presents an interesting decision. Would you prefer to receive $3 million today or a penny that doubles its value every day for a month? Although it seems obvious at first to choose the $3 million, those who opt for the penny are surprised to discover that by the end of the month, the penny has grown to over $10 million. This example shows how small changes, accumulated over time, can produce extraordinary results, even if they seem insignificant at first. However, the magic of the compound effect doesn't just apply to money, it applies to all aspects of your life, your health, relationships, and career. Everything you do, even the smallest details, has an impact. For example, eating one extra cookie a day might seem harmless, but over time, those extra calories accumulate, and months later, you might have gained several pounds without even noticing. The same applies in reverse. If you decide to eliminate that daily cookie, you could lose weight without making drastic changes. Darren recounts how his own father taught him this principle from a young age. His father would wake him up early every morning, teaching him the importance of discipline, effort, and consistency. Although it seemed like a burden at the time, those lessons prepared him to face life's challenges with determination and responsibility. He learned that success doesn't come to those looking for shortcuts but to those willing to do the hard work day after day. The compound effect also explains why many people fail to reach their goals. Small negative decisions, like skipping exercise, procrastinating, or spending more than you earn, might seem harmless at the moment, but over time, they become significant problems. This happens because we underestimate the power of what we do repeatedly. On the other hand, if we adopt positive habits, such as reading 10 pages a day, saving a small percentage of our income, or walking 30 minutes, those accumulated habits can lead to surprising results. The author invites us to reflect on our daily choices. Are you making decisions that bring you closer to your goals or that push you further away? The key to leveraging the compound effect is to be aware of your actions and make small, constant adjustments that, over time, create the change you desire. Darren Hardy closes this first chapter with a powerful reminder. You don't need to make drastic changes to transform your life. You just need to commit to improving a little every day and allow time to do its work. The right decisions, repeated consistently, can change your destiny. Chapter 2. Choices, the beginning of everything. The compound effect begins with a fundamental truth. Your current life is the direct result of the choices you've made up to this point. These decisions, although often small or seemingly insignificant, have a cumulative impact that determines your destiny. Darren Hardy emphasizes that choices are not isolated events, but the foundation of a chain of actions and habits that, over time, shape who you are and what you achieve. Small choices, big results. Every day we make decisions, from what we eat and how we use our time to how we react to others. These choices may not seem impactful at the moment, but when consistently repeated, they produce exponential results, either positive or negative. Darren explains this concept with a practical example. Imagine 3 friends starting at the same point. The first one decides to make small positive changes, such as reducing the calories in one daily drink and walking 10 more minutes. The second one changes nothing and sticks to their usual routine. The third one adds a small negative habit, like eating an extra dessert every night. During the first few weeks, there are no visible differences between them. However, after several months, the small accumulated decisions begin to show their effects. The first person has lost weight and feels more energized, the second person remains the same, and the third person has gained weight and feels more fatigued. The author uses this example to underscore a powerful truth. Small choices may seem irrelevant at first, but over time, their impact is profound. This applies not only to health but also to finances, relationships, and personal growth. The trap of unconscious choices. Most people, Hardy points out, make decisions automatically or without much thought. These unconscious choices are often influenced by momentary emotions, ingrained habits, or social pressures. For example, deciding to stay home and watch television instead of going for a walk may seem insignificant in the moment. The impact of small habits in the short term, but over time, their effect amplifies exponentially. Hardy points out that many of us underestimate how seemingly small, repetitive actions can accumulate to shape our future, whether positively or negatively. The silent power of habits. Hardy begins by highlighting that habits are like a garden. Repeated actions are the seeds we plant and cultivate over time. If we plant positive seeds, such as reading, exercising, or saving money, we will eventually reap positive results. On the other hand, if our habits include overreading, procrastinating, or spending impulsively, those negative seeds will lead to results that push us further away from our goals. The most important thing about habits is that they operate silently and cumulatively. It's easy to ignore the impact of a habit in the short term, but over time, its effect amplifies exponentially. Small changes lead to big results. Hardy emphasizes that changing habits doesn't require radical transformations overnight. Rather, it's about making small, consistent improvements that compound over time. He advises focusing on small adjustments that are easy to maintain and incorporate into your daily routine. For example, replacing a sugary drink with water, reading 10 pages of a book every day, walking 15 minutes instead of sitting in front of a screen. These small changes may seem insignificant, but over time, they accumulate and lead to remarkable results. Taking full responsibility. A central theme in this chapter is the importance of taking full responsibility for your choices and their consequences. While you can't control everything that happens around you, you can control how you react and what you choose to do in response. Hardy asserts, you are the architect of your life. The choices you make today are building your future. This principle can be uncomfortable because it means you can't blame others, circumstances, or luck for your current situation. However, it is also empowering because it gives you the power to change your life by changing your decisions. Recognizing this power is the first step toward taking control of your destiny. The impact of your values and goals on your choices. Hardy emphasizes that making better decisions requires clarity about your values and goals. If you don't know what you truly want in life, it will be difficult to make decisions aligned with that purpose. That's why it's essential to take time to reflect on what you value and the goals you want to achieve. The author suggests writing down your goals clearly and specifically. Ask yourself, what do I want to achieve in my health, relationships, career, and finances? What kind of person do I want to be? What is most important to me? Having clarity on your priorities will help you filter your daily decisions and focus on what truly matters. For example, if your goal is to improve your health, choosing healthier foods and exercising regularly becomes a logical and natural decision. The influence of your environment. Hardy also talks about the impact that the people and environment around you have on your decisions. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, he asserts. If you surround yourself with people who have positive habits and share your values, you're more likely to adopt those behaviors. Conversely, if you spend time with people who have negative habits, those behaviors can influence you. The author recommends evaluating your social circle and making changes if necessary. This doesn't mean abandoning your friends or family, but rather being aware of how their influence affects your decisions. Additionally, Hardy suggests creating an environment that supports positive habits, such as having inspiring books within reach or keeping healthy foods at home. Small steps toward big changes. Changing your choices doesn't mean making drastic changes overnight. In fact, Hardy warns that trying to transform everything at once can be overwhelming and unsustainable. Instead, he recommends focusing on small daily improvements that are easy to implement and maintain. For example, replacing a sugary drink with water, reading 10 pages of a book a day, walking 15 minutes instead of sitting in front of a screen. These small changes may seem insignificant, but over time, they accumulate and produce remarkable results. Final reflection. This chapter concludes with a call to action. Evaluate the choices you make each day and ask yourself if they align with your goals and values. Small decisions may seem insignificant at the time, but their cumulative impact is immense. Taking control of your choices is the first step to harnessing the power of the compound effect and building the life you truly desire. Chapter 3. Habits, the roots of success or failure. Habits are at the heart of the compound effect. In this chapter, Darren Hardy explains how our habits, both positive and negative, determine the course of our lives. These repeated behaviors, which we often perform automatically, are the roots of our long-term success or failure. The key to changing your life, says Hardy, is to understand and master your habits. This power is often overlooked because we don't see immediate results, which leads us to abandon good habits or continue with bad ones. An example is the habit of reading 10 pages a day. At first, it seems insignificant, but after a year, you will have read more than 3,600 pages, which is equivalent to several books. On the other hand, a negative habit, like having a sugary drink every day, may seem harmless at first, but over the months, it can result in significant weight gain. Identifying your habits. The first step to mastering your habits is identifying them. Hardy recommends observing your daily routines and asking yourself, what behaviors do I repeat often? How are these habits impacting my life? Which habits bring me closer to my goals, and which ones take me further away from them? Some negative habits may be obvious, like smoking or spending more than you earn. However, others are more subtle, like constantly checking social media, which consumes valuable time and reduces your productivity. Identifying these patterns is crucial for beginning to take control. Changing negative habits. Breaking a negative habit can be challenging, but it is entirely possible with the right approach. Hardy offers a 3-step strategy to achieve this. Recognize the trigger. Most habits are linked to a trigger or stimulus, such as stress, boredom, or a specific environment. Identifying what triggers the negative habit is the first step to changing it. Replace the negative habit with a positive one. Instead of simply eliminating a habit, replace it with another that benefits you. For example, if you tend to eat junk food when stressed, try replacing it with walking or meditating. Make it hard to maintain. If the negative habit is linked to something easily accessible, like unhealthy food, eliminate those temptations from your environment. Changing the context can help interrupt the cycle. Hardy emphasizes that breaking a negative habit requires patience and consistency. It might not be easy at first, but every effort counts toward change. Building positive habits. Building positive habits follows a similar process but focuses on deliberate construction. Hardy suggests starting with a small change that is easy to implement. For example, if you want to improve your fitness, start by walking 5 minutes a day rather than trying an intense workout regimen right away. As this small habit solidifies, you can gradually expand it. Repetition is key to turning a behavior into a habit. Hardy notes that a habit begins to solidify after a few weeks of consistent practice, though the exact time may vary. The important thing is to stay committed daily, even when results are not yet visible. Additionally, Hardy highlights the importance of accountability in maintaining habits. Sharing your goals with someone or joining a group with similar interests can help you stay focused and motivated. Having someone who supports and holds you accountable can make a significant difference in your ability to maintain a positive habit. The compound effect in action. Hardy shows how habits, like choices, are amplified by the compound effect. A small positive habit, like waking up early to plan the day, can have a significant impact over time. On the other hand, a negative habit, like procrastinating on important tasks, can accumulate negative consequences that affect your productivity and results. The author uses a concrete example. A man who decides to walk an extra 10 minutes every day may lose weight, feel healthier, and gain confidence over the course of a year. Another man who ignores his health and does not change his routine could experience a gradual decline in his well-being. The compound effect never stops working, says Hardy. The question is whether it's working in your favor or against you. Habits define your identity. Hardy concludes by pointing out that our habits not only affect what we do but also how we perceive ourselves. Every time you adopt a positive habit, you reinforce an identity of growth, discipline, and success. Conversely, negative habits reinforce an identity of complacency and mediocrity. For example, if you start reading every day, you begin to see yourself as a person committed to learning. If you choose to exercise regularly, you reinforce the identity of being someone healthy and disciplined. These identities are powerful because they influence your future actions. Final reflection. Habits are the foundation of your life. Identifying, changing, and deliberately building habits allows you to take control of the compound effect and direct it toward success. While changes may seem small at first, their long-term impact is extraordinary. The habits you cultivate today are shaping the person you will become tomorrow. Chapter 4. Momentum. How to build and maintain momentum. The compound effect is not only about making decisions and forming habits, but also about building sustained momentum, or what Darren Hardy calls momentum. In this chapter, Hardy explains how momentum can be your greatest ally in achieving success while also warning about the dangers of losing it. Momentum as an unstoppable force. Hardy compares momentum to the acceleration of a train. When a train is stopped, a small block of wood on the tracks can prevent it from moving. However, once the train is in motion, it can break through even a concrete wall. Similarly, when you start a positive habit or begin working toward a goal, the first steps may feel difficult and slow. But as you keep moving forward, momentum begins to build, and everything becomes easier. This principle is evident in all areas of life. For example, when you start an exercise program, the first few days may be exhausting and demotivating. But if you persevere, eventually exercise becomes a habit, and you start seeing results that motivate you to keep going. The same applies to finances, personal development, or relationships. How to build momentum. Hardy explains that building momentum requires 3 key elements. Start with a small step. Many people feel overwhelmed by the magnitude of their goals, which prevents them from starting. Hardy suggests breaking your goals into small, manageable steps. For example, if you want to write a book, start by writing 500 words a day. This small habit can grow over time and generate momentum that propels you toward completing the project. Be consistent. Consistency is crucial for maintaining momentum. Hardy emphasizes that even small efforts, when done consistently, can produce extraordinary results over time. Success is not the result of occasional big efforts but of consistent small efforts, he says. Celebrate victories. Recognizing your achievements, no matter how small, helps keep you motivated and committed. Hardy recommends keeping track of your progress and celebrating each step toward your goals. This not only reinforces the habit but also boosts your self-confidence. The danger of stopping. Momentum is a powerful force, but it is also fragile. Hardy warns that losing momentum can be detrimental, as getting it back requires considerable effort. For example, if you stop exercising for a few weeks, you not only lose the physical progress you made but also the motivation you had built up. This makes restarting the habit more difficult than maintaining it. To avoid losing momentum, Hardy suggests, don't break the chain. Once you've started a positive habit, do everything possible to keep it going, even on difficult days. Be prepared for challenges. Recognize that there will be times when you feel demotivated or face obstacles. Anticipating these moments and having a plan to overcome them will help you maintain momentum. Remember your why. Keeping your goals and values clear in your mind will give you the motivation needed to keep going even when things get tough. The importance of focus. Another key aspect of momentum is focus. Hardy explains that trying to work on too many goals at once can dilute your energy and make it harder to build momentum. Instead, he recommends focusing on 1 or 2 main goals and giving them all your attention until they've gained enough momentum to sustain themselves. Once you achieve this, you can move on to new goals, leveraging the momentum generated by your previous successes. This gradual and focused approach allows you to accomplish more without feeling overwhelmed. How momentum changes your mindset. Hardy highlights that momentum not only affects your actions but also your mindset. As you accumulate small victories and progress toward your goals, you begin to see yourself as a capable, disciplined, and successful person. This shift in perception reinforces your positive habits and creates a virtuous cycle of confidence and achievement. On the other hand, losing momentum can negatively affect your mindset, making you feel stuck or incapable of progressing. This is why maintaining momentum is so important for your success and overall well-being. Practical examples of momentum. Hardy shares several practical examples of how to build and maintain momentum in different areas. Finances. Start by saving a small amount of money each month. As you see your account grow, you will feel motivated to save more and seek new ways to generate income. Relationships. Dedicate regular quality time to your loved ones. This habit strengthens bonds and creates a cycle of trust and mutual support. Health. Begin with small changes in your diet or exercise routine and gradually increase the intensity as you feel more comfortable. In each case, the principle is the same. Start small, be consistent, and let the compound effect do its work. Final reflection. Momentum is a powerful tool that can take you further than you imagine, but it requires commitment and discipline to build and maintain it. When you harness the power of momentum, every action you take reinforces your habits and brings you closer to your goals, creating a cycle of continuous progress. Chapter 5. Influences. The power of your environment. In this chapter, Darren Hardy addresses a fundamental aspect that can either accelerate or sabotage your success: external influences. These include the people you associate with, the content you consume, and the environment you're in. Hardy explains how these influences shape your decisions, habits, and ultimately your results. The impact of people in your life. Hardy introduces the concept that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. The people you surround yourself with have a massive influence on your thoughts, behaviors, and beliefs. If you surround yourself with positive, ambitious, and disciplined people, you're likely to adopt those qualities. On the other hand, if you surround yourself with negative, unmotivated people with bad habits, those influences will reflect in you as well. Hardy suggests honestly evaluating your inner circle and categorizing people into 3 groups. People who elevate you. These are the people who inspire, motivate, and support you in your goals. You should aim to spend more time with them. Neutral people. While they don't have a direct negative impact, they also don't add significant value to your life. These relationships should be handled with balance. Toxic people. These are the individuals who demotivate you, criticize you, or sabotage your progress. Hardy suggests reducing, or even eliminating, the time you spend with them. Additionally, Hardy emphasizes that it's not always possible to completely avoid toxic relationships, especially if they are family members or coworkers. In these cases, he recommends setting clear boundaries and minimizing their influence in your life. The power of mentors. One way to enhance your positive influences is by seeking mentors. Hardy explains that mentors don't have to be famous or unreachable. They can be someone in your community, workplace, or even someone you admire from afar through books, videos, or talks. Mentors serve as role models and help you avoid mistakes by sharing their experiences. Hardy encourages actively seeking mentors who have already achieved what you aspire to and learning as much as you can from them. The impact of what you consume. External influences don't only come from people but also from the content you consume daily. Hardy points out that what you read, listen to, and watch has a profound impact on your mindset and actions. For example, if you constantly consume negative news, you're likely to develop a pessimistic view of the world. On the other hand, if you fill your mind with educational, inspiring, and positive content, you'll strengthen your confidence and determination. To take advantage of this principle, Hardy recommends reading books that enrich your knowledge. Choose readings related to your goals and aspirations. Listening to inspiring podcasts or audiobooks. Use dead time, such as during commutes, to consume valuable content. Minimizing negative distractions. Reduce the time you spend on social media or watching television, especially if the content doesn't add value to your life. Physical environment matters. In addition to people and content, Hardy also emphasizes the importance of your physical environment. Where you work, live, and spend most of your time can influence your productivity and well-being. For instance, a cluttered space can cause stress and make focusing difficult, while a clean, organized, and well-designed environment can inspire you and help you stay focused. Hardy suggests taking steps to optimize your physical environment. Create an efficient workspace. Ensure your space is organized and free from distractions. Surround yourself with visual reminders of your goals. Use sticky notes, pictures, or posters to inspire you and keep you on track toward your objectives. Remove elements that promote bad habits. For example, if you're trying to eat healthy, avoid keeping processed foods in the house. The cumulative effect of influences. Like decisions and habits, external influences have a compound effect. Small daily doses of positive influences can strengthen your mindset, improve your habits, and accelerate your progress toward your goals. On the other hand, negative influences, though they may seem harmless at first, can accumulate and sabotage your success. Hardy shares a practical example. Imagine two people facing the same challenge. One listens to motivational music and talks to encouraging friends before facing it, while the other consumes negative news and receives constant criticism. It's easy to see how their results will differ because of the influences each allowed into their life. Take control of your influences. The chapter concludes with a call to action. Identify the influences in your life and take steps to maximize the positive ones and minimize the negative ones. This includes surrounding yourself with people who support and inspire you. Consuming content that elevates your mindset and teaches useful skills. Creating a physical environment that promotes productivity and well-being. Hardy assures that taking control of your influences is one of the most powerful decisions you can make to fully leverage the compound effect and achieve the success you desire. Chapter 6, Acceleration. Multiply your results. In this chapter, Darren Hardy explores how to take your efforts to the next level through acceleration. If you are already applying the compound effect through conscious choices, positive habits, and an enriching environment, the next step is to find ways to amplify those results. Acceleration, according to Hardy, involves adding intensity and focus to your efforts to achieve faster and more significant results. The power of extra effort. Hardy starts with a simple yet powerful truth. Success is not found in the ordinary, but in the extra effort. It's that little extra push that separates average people from extraordinary ones. For example, if you're on an exercise program and you're already running 3 kilometers a day, adding just 500 more meters can make a huge difference over time. This principle also applies to relationships, finances, and any other area of your life. The author shares how the most successful people in any field are those who consistently do more than expected. They don't settle for the bare minimum. They aim to exceed standards and add extra value. This extra effort not only produces better results but also boosts your confidence and sets a mindset of excellence. Push beyond your comfort zone. Hardy explains that acceleration requires stepping out of your comfort zone. This means facing challenges, taking calculated risks, and being willing to fail in the process. While this can be uncomfortable at first, it's precisely in those moments of discomfort where growth occurs. The author uses the example of physical training. Muscles grow when subjected to additional stress. Similarly, in life, we only progress when we face situations that demand more than we are accustomed to giving. Growth does not happen in comfort, says Hardy. It happens when you constantly challenge yourself. How to accelerate your results. Hardy suggests several strategies for applying acceleration in your life. Set more ambitious goals. If your current goals don't excite or scare you a little, they're probably not big enough. Ambitious goals force you to think and act differently, which accelerates your progress. Increase your intensity. This doesn't mean working yourself to exhaustion, but making better use of your time and energy. For example, if you're already reading 10 pages a day, try reading 15. If you're saving 10% of your income, increase it to 15%. Small increments can generate big results. Seek constant feedback. People who accelerate their progress are those who are open to constructive criticism. Hardy recommends surrounding yourself with people who challenge you to improve and provide honest feedback on your performance. Leverage. Find ways to maximize your efforts by using resources, tools, or systems that help you work smarter, not harder. This might include delegating tasks, using technology, or partnering with others to reach your goals faster. The importance of resilience. Accelerating your results doesn't mean the path will be easy. Hardy emphasizes that you will face challenges, failures, and moments of doubt. However, what matters is how you respond to those obstacles. Resilience, or the ability to quickly recover from difficulties, is essential for maintaining momentum. The author recommends adopting a learning mindset in the face of failure. Instead of seeing it as an obstacle, view it as an opportunity to adjust your approach and improve. Every mistake is a lesson that brings you closer to your goal. The compound effect in acceleration. Hardy highlights that acceleration is not a sprint but a sustained strategy that relies on the compound effect. Small increments in your efforts, repeated consistently, generate exponential results over time. For example, if you improve your performance by 1% each day, that small change accumulates and results in significant growth in the long run. The key, according to Hardy, is to maintain balance. Acceleration doesn't mean burning out or working unsustainably. Instead, it's about making strategic adjustments that amplify your results without sacrificing your well-being. Examples of acceleration in action. Hardy shares practical examples of how to apply acceleration in different areas. Finances. If you're already saving regularly, look for ways to generate additional income, such as starting a side business or investing in new opportunities. Relationships. Spend extra time with the important people in your life. This can include meaningful gestures like writing a thank you note or planning special activities. Increase the intensity or duration of your workouts, or adjust your diet to include more nutritious foods. In each case, the goal is to add that extra that creates cumulative impact. Final reflection. Acceleration is the ingredient that takes your efforts to the next level. It's not about doing everything at once, but finding strategic ways to increase your focus, intensity, and commitment. When you combine the consistency of the compound effect with the power of extra effort, the results can be transformative. Hardy reminds us that success is not a single event, but the result of doing a little more each day. Chapter 7. The Importance of Discipline. In this chapter, Darren Hardy highlights that discipline is the bridge that connects your goals to your achievements. Without discipline, even the most ambitious plans and the most positive habits lack the consistency needed to generate results. Hardy explains that discipline is not an innate trait but a skill that is developed and strengthened through practice. Discipline as the key to success. Hardy begins by defining discipline as the ability to do what you need to do, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is not something that just happens, it's a conscious, deliberate choice. While motivation may be temporary and emotion-dependent, discipline keeps you on track even when times are tough. The author argues that successful people are not necessarily the most talented or the ones with the most resources, but those who have the discipline to keep going day after day. Success is not about doing it right once, says Hardy. It's about doing it right consistently. How to develop discipline. Hardy suggests that discipline is not developed overnight. It's a gradual process that requires focus and practice. He presents a 3-step approach to building discipline. Start small. The key to developing discipline is to start with manageable steps. If you try to change too many things at once, you're likely to feel overwhelmed and quit. For example, if you want to start exercising, begin with 10 minutes a day instead of trying to do a full hour. Set a routine. Discipline thrives in a structured environment. Hardy recommends establishing a daily routine that includes dedicated time for your goals. Over time, these actions will become automatic habits that require less effort to maintain. Be consistent. Consistency is at the heart of discipline. While some days may be harder than others, the important thing is to keep going no matter the circumstances. Hardy emphasizes that even small efforts are better than doing nothing at all. Eliminating temptations. Hardy explains that part of discipline is creating an environment that supports success. This includes eliminating temptations that might divert you from your goals. For example, if you're trying to eat healthier, don't keep unhealthy foods at home. If you're trying to focus on your work, eliminate distractions like phone notifications or social media. The author also suggests identifying the moments when you are most vulnerable to temptations and developing strategies to handle them. For instance, if you know you tend to procrastinate in the afternoon, schedule less demanding tasks during that time or take a break before continuing. The role of self-discipline in success. Hardy notes that self-discipline not only helps you achieve your goals but also strengthens your self-confidence. Every time you keep a commitment, you reinforce your identity as someone reliable and capable. On the other hand, every time you break a promise to yourself, you undermine that confidence. An important aspect of self-discipline is learning to say no to things that are not aligned with your goals. Hardy argues that time and energy are limited resources, and it's crucial to use them strategically. This means prioritizing your activities and learning to set aside distractions. Discipline and the compound effect. Discipline and the compound effect. Discipline and the compound effect are intrinsically related. Hardy explains that discipline is what activates the power of the compound effect. Without discipline, small daily efforts do not accumulate consistently, limiting their impact. For example, if you decide to read 10 pages of a book every day, you need discipline to do it every day, even when you're busy or tired. Over time, that consistency leads to significant knowledge that can transform your life. Without discipline, the habit breaks, and the compound effect doesn't have the chance to manifest. Strategies for maintaining discipline long-term. Hardy offers several strategies for maintaining discipline over the long term. Reward yourself. Every time you complete an important task or maintain a habit for a period of time, reward yourself to reinforce the behavior. Surround yourself with disciplined people. Discipline is contagious. Being around people who value consistency and effort can help you stay focused. Keep your goals visible. Use visual reminders of your goals to keep them at the forefront of your attention. Refocus after mistakes. We all make mistakes, but the important thing is not to let a slip-up become an excuse to abandon your efforts. The challenge of delayed gratification. Hardy emphasizes that discipline also involves the ability to delay gratification. Rather than seeking immediate rewards, disciplined individuals are willing to work in the present for greater results in the future. This approach is crucial for making the most of the compound effect, as the most significant results often require time and patience. Final reflection. Discipline is the engine that drives your efforts and activates the compound effect. While it may be difficult at first, discipline strengthens with practice and becomes an essential tool for achieving success. By developing discipline, you not only move closer to your goals but also transform your identity and become the person you need to be to accomplish great things. Chapter 8. Your Whys, the Fuel Behind Success. In this chapter, Darren Hardy discusses the importance of understanding your deeper motivations, your whys. Knowing why you do what you do is what will give you the energy and focus needed to overcome challenges and stay on course toward your goals. Without a clear purpose, even the most detailed plans and effective strategies can lose their power. The power of a clear purpose. Hardy begins by explaining that successful people don't just have goals, they have powerful reasons for achieving them. These reasons, or whys, are the emotional fuel that drives their actions. Having a clear purpose gives you direction, motivates you to take action, and helps you stay focused even in the most difficult times. Hardy shares that, without a purpose, goals can feel empty or insignificant. For example, someone who wants to lose weight just to meet a superficial standard is unlikely to have the same motivation as someone who wants to improve their health to be present for their family. Deep purpose is what drives you to keep going when things get tough. How to discover your why. Hardy guides the reader through a process to discover their why. He starts with a series of reflective questions. What truly matters to you? What kind of life do you want to build? For whom are you willing to make sacrifices? What legacy do you want to leave? The author suggests digging deeper into these questions to find motivations that go beyond material or superficial benefits. A meaningful why is something that resonates emotionally and connects you to your deepest values. Connecting your goals to your whys. Once you identify your why, the next step is to link it to your goals. Hardy explains that each goal should align with a greater purpose. For example, if your why is to provide stability and security for your family, your financial goals should be designed to support that purpose. The author also suggests writing your whys alongside your goals and reviewing them regularly. This not only reinforces your commitment but also helps you stay focused on what truly matters. Whys as an antidote to procrastination. Hardy argues that procrastination often arises from a disconnection with your whys. When you're not motivated to work toward a goal, it's likely that you're not emotionally connected to the purpose behind it. Instead of focusing on the effort required by a task, think about what that task will allow you to achieve and why it's important. For example, if you're procrastinating on starting an important project, reflect on how that project aligns with your values and long-term goals. This shift in perspective can give you the push you need to get started. The impact of your whys on resilience. Hardy emphasizes that a clear purpose gives you the strength to overcome challenges. People who have a powerful why are more resilient in the face of setbacks because they can always return to that fundamental reason that drives them. This doesn't mean obstacles disappear, but your ability to face them improves significantly when you're connected to a greater purpose. The author shares a personal example. During a high-pressure moment in his career, his motivation to keep going came from his desire to be a positive role model for his family. That why gave him the energy to overcome stress and stay focused on his goals. The importance of reviewing and adjusting your whys. Hardy explains that your whys can change over time. As you evolve and your circumstances change, it's natural for your priorities to shift as well. That's why it's important to regularly review your whys and ensure they are still aligned with your current goals and values. Additionally, the author suggests dividing your whys into two categories. Personal whys. These are the reasons related to your personal development, dreams, and individual aspirations. Whys related to others. These reasons are connected to the important people in your life, such as your family, friends, or community. Both categories are important, and together they provide a balanced motivation. Exercises to strengthen your whys. Hardy offers some practical exercises to connect with your whys. Write a letter to your future self. Describe what your life will look like if you achieve your goals and how you'll feel once you've fulfilled your purpose. Create a vision board. Fill it with images and words that represent your whys and goals. Talk about your whys with someone you trust. Sharing your motivations with another person can help clarify them and reinforce your commitment. Final reflection. Your whys are the engine behind your actions and the fuel that powers your discipline and effort. Without a clear purpose, it's easy to lose direction or give up on your goals. But when you're emotionally connected to your deeper reasons, you have the energy and motivation to face any challenge and keep moving forward, no matter how difficult the path may be. Chapter 9. Daily Rituals, How to Stay on Track. In this chapter, Darren Hardy delves into the importance of daily rituals as the key to staying focused and consistent in your goals. Rituals are not just habits. They are intentional practices that structure your day and help you maintain the momentum needed to achieve your objectives. The power of daily rituals. Hardy explains that daily rituals are like an anchor that stabilizes your life amidst distractions and chaos. Unlike habits, which are often automatic, rituals are deliberate actions that you take with a clear purpose. Establishing effective rituals allows you to control how you start and end your day, which in turn affects your productivity, energy, and mindset. Success isn't about big moments, Hardy says. It's about the small actions you repeat daily. Design your morning for success. Hardy emphasizes the importance of a strong morning routine. Starting your day with intention sets the tone for everything that follows. He suggests including activities in your morning routine that promote mental clarity, focus, and motivation. These may include time for reflection. This could be meditation, journaling, or simply a moment of silence to think about your goals. Inspirational reading. Spend at least 10 to 15 minutes reading something that motivates you or enriches your knowledge. Exercise. It doesn't have to be an intense workout. Even a brief walk can boost your energy and focus. Planning. Before diving into daily tasks, take time to review your priorities and ensure you're aligned with your goals. Hardy emphasizes that the most important part of a morning routine isn't its length, but its consistency. Even 20 to 30 minutes of structured activities can make a big difference. Structure your afternoons for productivity. The author also highlights the importance of having rituals that guide your workday. This includes focus time blocks. Set specific periods to work on your most important tasks, avoiding distractions like emails or social media. Strategic breaks. Hardy recommends taking short breaks every 90 minutes to recharge your energy and maintain focus. Quick reviews. At the end of each workday, take a few minutes to evaluate what you accomplished and plan for the next day. Hardy states that structuring your time this way not only improves productivity but also reduces stress by giving you a sense of control. Close the day with intention. The end of the day is just as important as its beginning. Hardy recommends developing an evening routine that allows you to reflect on your accomplishments, release tension, and prepare for the following day. Some ideas for a nightly ritual include journaling. Reflect on what you achieved during the day, the challenges you faced, and the lessons you learned. Set priorities. Identify the 3 main tasks you want to complete the next day. Disconnect from technology. Turn off electronic devices at least 30 minutes before going to bed to improve sleep quality. Relaxing reading. Read something that inspires or helps you relax before sleep. According to Hardy, these practices not only improve your well-being but also help you stay aligned with your goals. How to maintain daily rituals. Although designing effective rituals is important, Hardy acknowledges that maintaining them can be a challenge, especially when faced with distractions or setbacks. He offers several tips to ensure your rituals become a consistent part of your life. Commit for 30 days. Repetition is key to turning a ritual into a habit. Make a conscious effort to follow your rituals every day for at least a month. Start small. Don't try to incorporate too many rituals at once. Introduce 1 or 2 at a time and add more as you go. Be flexible. While consistency is important, you should also be flexible when unexpected events arise. If you can't complete your ritual at the exact time, find another opportunity during the day to do it. Seek support. Share your rituals with a friend, mentor, or family member who can help you stay committed. Rituals and the compound effect. Hardy connects daily rituals with the compound effect, explaining that every small ritual you practice daily accumulates over time to create a significant impact. For example, dedicating 15 minutes a day to reading a book in your professional field can turn you into an expert over months or years. Similarly, spending 10 minutes a day reflecting on your goals can improve your long-term clarity and focus. The author also emphasizes that rituals are not only tools to achieve goals, but they also improve your quality of life. They provide structure, reduce uncertainty, and help you feel more in control of your time and energy. Final reflection. Daily rituals are the operating system of a successful life. By establishing intentional practices that reinforce your goals and values, you can stay focused and consistent even during the most challenging times. Hardy reminds us that it's not about perfection, but about making progress day by day, allowing the compound effect to do its work. Chapter 10, Overcoming Failures and Handling Setbacks. In this chapter, Darren Hardy addresses an inevitable reality on the path to success: failures and setbacks. While often perceived as barriers, Hardy teaches us that these experiences are essential opportunities for growth and improvement. The key lies in learning how to face them and use them to your advantage. Failure as a teacher. Hardy begins by explaining that failure is not the opposite of success, but an integral part of the process. Every successful person we know has faced significant failures along the way. The difference lies in how they responded to those failures. Failure is an experience, Hardy says, not a definition of who you are. Instead of avoiding failure, Hardy suggests shifting your perspective. See it as a teacher offering valuable lessons. Every mistake contains information about what didn't work and how you can improve. According to the author, learning to manage failure is a critical skill for achieving any goal. How to handle failure. Hardy offers a three-step approach to effectively manage failure. 1. Accept the reality. The first step is to recognize that failure is normal and part of the growth process. Resisting or denying failure only prolongs the pain and hinders learning. 2. Reflect on the experience. Ask yourself, what went wrong? What could I have done differently? What did I learn from this situation? These questions not only help you find solutions but also reinforce your continuous improvement mindset. 3. Move forward with action. After analyzing the failure, use the lessons learned to adjust your approach and try again. Action is the best way to overcome the fear of failure and regain momentum. Setbacks are temporary. Hardy emphasizes that setbacks are inevitable but also temporary. The problem isn't in falling but in staying down. He shares examples of successful people who faced monumental failures before achieving their goals, such as Walt Disney, Oprah Winfrey, and Steve Jobs. All of them used their failures as fuel to come back stronger. The author also highlights that the way you handle setbacks defines your character and resilience. Failure doesn't defeat you, says Hardy, but lack of action after a failure does. How to prepare for setbacks. Hardy recommends anticipating setbacks as part of the process. This doesn't mean expecting failure, but being prepared to handle it when it happens. Some strategies include: set realistic expectations. Understand that the road to success will not be linear. There will be ups and downs, and that's okay. Create a contingency plan. Identify potential obstacles and think of solutions in advance. This will help you stay focused and calm when problems arise. Surround yourself with support. Having people who encourage you and offer different perspectives can make a difference when facing failure. The compound effect and failures. Hardy connects this topic with the compound effect, explaining that even failures are part of the cumulative process that leads to success. Every time you face failure and learn from it, you're strengthening yourself and moving forward toward your goals. For example, if you lose the exercise habit for a week, that doesn't invalidate the months of progress you've already made. The key is to return to your routine as soon as possible and not let a temporary setback become a permanent setback. Growth mindset versus failure. Hardy introduces the idea of a growth mindset as an antidote to the fear of failure. This mindset involves believing that you can improve and learn from every experience. People with a growth mindset don't see failure as a sign of incapacity, but as an opportunity to develop new skills and perspectives. To cultivate this mindset, Hardy suggests: reframe mistakes. Instead of seeing them as failures, view them as data or feedback. Celebrate attempts. Even if you don't achieve the desired outcome, the fact that you tried is an achievement in itself. Practice patience. Growth takes time, and failures are part of the process. Overcoming the fear of failure. The fear of failure is one of the biggest obstacles to success. Hardy explains that this fear often comes from worrying about others' judgment or having unrealistic expectations. To overcome it, he recommends: focus on your own goals. Remember that you're working to fulfill your objectives, not to impress others. Dedramatize failure. Think about the worst-case scenario and evaluate whether it's really as severe as it seems. Most of the time, failure is not as catastrophic as we imagine. Build confidence through action. The more you face your fears and act, the more your fear of failure diminishes. Practical examples. Hardy shares examples of how to face failures in different areas. In business, if a project fails, analyze what worked and what didn't. Then, adjust your strategy and try again. In relationships, if you face conflicts, use the experience to improve communication and strengthen the relationship. In habits, if you fall off your routine, identify the reasons and create a plan to start again. Final reflection. Failure is not the end of the road. It is a necessary step toward success. Setbacks are inevitable, but they are also opportunities to learn, grow, and strengthen yourself. By changing your perspective on failure and adopting a mindset of resilience, you can overcome any obstacle and stay on track toward your goals. Success, says Hardy, is simply the result of getting up one more time than you fall. Chapter 11. The Right Mindset, Shaping Your Success. In this chapter, Darren Hardy delves into the importance of mindset as the foundation for achieving success. Hardy explains that while skills, resources, and strategies are essential, it is your way of thinking that truly determines your ability to achieve your goals. Your mindset affects how you face challenges, make decisions, and stay committed to your objectives. The power of your beliefs. Hardy begins by highlighting that your beliefs are at the core of your mindset. What you believe about yourself, your abilities, and the world directly influences your actions and results. If you believe you can overcome a challenge, you will act accordingly. On the other hand, if you doubt yourself, you're likely to sabotage yourself before even starting. To illustrate this point, Hardy cites examples of people who transformed their lives by changing their mindset. These cases show that limitations are often in our minds, not in our circumstances. What you believe determines what you achieve, says Hardy. Identify and change your limiting beliefs. The author points out that we all have limiting beliefs that prevent us from moving forward. These beliefs are often formed by past experiences, external influences, or fear of failure. Some common examples include, I'm not good enough. I'll never be successful because I don't have the necessary resources. Success is only for lucky people. Hardy suggests a practical exercise to identify these beliefs. Write down the negative phrases you tell yourself about yourself or your goals. Then, replace them with positive and realistic affirmations. For example, change "I can't do this" to "I can learn what I need to achieve it." Repeating these affirmations regularly can help reprogram your mindset. Adopt a growth mindset. Hardy introduces the concept of a growth mindset, which focuses on believing that your skills and talents can develop through effort, dedication, and learning. This mindset contrasts with a fixed mindset, where people believe their abilities are immutable and that success depends solely on innate talent. To adopt a growth mindset, Hardy recommends: seek learning opportunities. Every challenge or setback is an opportunity to acquire new skills and knowledge. Value effort over outcome. Instead of focusing only on achievements, recognize and celebrate the work you put into reaching them. Surround yourself with growth-minded people. Learn from those who see challenges as opportunities and are willing to step out of their comfort zones. The power of positive thinking. While positive thinking alone doesn't guarantee success, Hardy argues that it is a crucial factor in staying focused and motivated. A positive mindset helps you overcome tough times and maintain self-confidence. This doesn't mean ignoring problems but facing them with a constructive attitude. Hardy suggests some practices to cultivate positive thinking. Practice gratitude. Spend a few minutes each day reflecting on the things you're grateful for. This can help you maintain a balanced perspective and focus on what you have rather than what you lack. Visualize success. Imagine how it will feel to achieve your goals and use that image to inspire and motivate yourself. Surround your mind with positive influences. Read inspiring books, listen to motivating podcasts, and avoid people or environments that feed pessimism. Mindset and resilience. Hardy also emphasizes the connection between mindset and resilience. People with a strong mindset are better able to recover from failures because they don't see setbacks as the end but as a natural part of the growth process. This mindset allows them to stay focused on their goals, even when facing significant obstacles. To strengthen your resilience, Hardy recommends adopting the mantra, "This too shall pass." Reminding yourself that tough times are temporary will help you maintain perspective and keep moving forward. The compound effect and mindset. Hardy connects mindset with the compound effect, explaining that your thoughts and beliefs have a cumulative impact on your actions and results. Every time you choose to think positively, take responsibility for your actions, or learn from mistakes, you are building a stronger, more effective mindset. Over time, this mindset becomes the driving force behind your habits and decisions toward success. For example, if you face a setback in your career, a positive and growth-oriented mindset will allow you to learn from the experience, adjust your approach, and try again. Without that mindset, you're more likely to get discouraged and give up. Exercises to strengthen your mindset. Hardy suggests several practical exercises to develop a strong mindset. Write a personal manifesto. Detail your core beliefs about who you are, what you want to achieve, and how you'll face challenges. Read this manifesto regularly to reinforce your mindset. Establish a positive internal dialogue. When you face doubts or negative thoughts, replace them with constructive affirmations that encourage you to take action. Seek constructive feedback. Talk to trusted people who can offer useful perspectives on your strengths and areas for improvement. Final reflection. Your mindset is the foundation of your success. By cultivating a positive, growth, and resilient mindset, you can transform your challenges into opportunities and stay focused on your long-term goals. Hardy reminds us that success begins in the mind. If you can control it in your mind, you can achieve it in your life. Chapter 12. Measuring your progress. What is not measured does not improve. In this chapter, Darren Hardy introduces a fundamental principle of success. Measurement is key to progress. Knowing where you are and how far you've come is essential to staying on track toward your goals. Hardy explains that what is not measured does not improve and provides practical tools for tracking and evaluating your progress. Why measuring is crucial. Hardy begins by explaining that many people feel frustrated or stuck because they have no clear sense of their progress. Without a system to measure your actions and results, it's easy to lose perspective and give up on your goals. Measuring gives you clarity, focus, and accountability, says Hardy. Measurement not only allows you to evaluate your progress but also helps identify patterns, adjust strategies, and maintain motivation. It's a way to stay honest with yourself and ensure that your daily efforts are aligned with your long-term objectives. What to measure and how to do it. Hardy points out that not everything needs to be measured. Focus on the areas of your life and goals that are most important. To decide what to measure, ask yourself, what do I want to achieve? Identify your main goals. What specific actions bring me closer to these goals? These are the activities you should measure. How can I track my progress effectively? Find a system that is simple and practical for you. Some examples of what you can measure include health, number of exercise days, calories consumed, body weight, hours of sleep. Finances, income, expenses, savings, investments. Productivity, tasks completed, hours of focused work, time spent on key activities. Relationships, quality time with family, calls or messages to close friends, actions that strengthen your connections. Tools for measuring. Hardy recommends using practical tools to help you record and monitor your progress consistently. Some of his suggestions include journals or planners. Write down your daily goals and review at the end of the day to see if you met them. Digital apps. Use tracking apps for specific areas, such as health, finance, or productivity. Vision boards or charts. Create a visual representation of your progress to keep yourself motivated. The author emphasizes that the most important thing is to find a system that works for you and is easy to maintain in the long term. The key is to be consistent in your measurement. How measurement drives the compound effect. Hardy connects measurement with the compound effect, explaining that tracking your daily actions allows you to maximize the power of small, accumulated efforts. When you measure, you can identify which actions are producing the best results and replicate those efforts. You can also detect which habits or activities aren't working and make the necessary adjustments. For example, if you're working on improving your health, measuring the number of steps you take each day may motivate you to move more. Over time, those additional steps add up and have a significant impact on your physical well-being. The importance of accountability. Measurement also fosters accountability, whether with yourself or with someone else. Hardy explains that sharing your goals and progress with a mentor, friend, or support group can help you stay committed. When you know someone is reviewing your progress, you're less likely to stray from your path. Hardy suggests setting up a regular review system, such as a weekly meeting with yourself or your team, to evaluate your progress and adjust your plans. Accountability turns intention into action, he states. Overcoming resistance to measurement. Hardy acknowledges that some people avoid measuring their progress because they fear confronting the reality of their actions. However, he insists that measurement is not about judging yourself, but about helping you improve. Measuring is not a condemnation, it's a tool, says Hardy. To overcome resistance to measurement, the author recommends: start with small steps. Don't try to measure everything at once. Focus on one or two key areas. Be kind to yourself. Recognize that measurement is a process of learning and continuous improvement, not a perfection exercise. Celebrate your progress. Every small improvement is a sign that you are on the right track. Practical example: tracking your finances. Hardy shares a specific example of how measuring can transform your finances. He suggests keeping a detailed record of your income and expenses for at least 1 month. This will allow you to identify patterns and make more conscious decisions about how to manage your money. For example, if you discover you are spending too much on dining out, you can set a budget and redirect those funds toward your financial goals, such as saving or investing. Final reflection. Measurement is the step that turns intention into action and effort into progress. It's a simple yet powerful practice that helps you stay focused, identify areas for improvement, and fully leverage the compound effect. Hardy reminds us, what gets measured improves, and what improves transforms your life. Chapter 13. Building Long-Term Momentum. In this chapter, Darren Hardy discusses the concept of momentum from a long-term perspective. He explains how to build, maintain, and maximize this powerful force to achieve sustainable success in any area of life. Momentum, according to Hardy, is like a snowball that, once it starts rolling downhill, gains speed and size over time. Momentum as a cumulative force. Hardy compares momentum to pushing a heavy wheel. At first, it takes a lot of effort to get it moving, but once it starts turning, each additional push feels easier and contributes to continuous movement. This is how momentum works in life. Initial efforts may seem insignificant, but with consistency, they generate momentum that makes progress feel increasingly natural. The author notes that momentum doesn't arise by chance, but from consistency in actions. Every positive habit, every decision aligned with your goals, adds to the compound effect and strengthens the momentum toward your objectives. How to start momentum? Hardy explains that one of the biggest challenges is starting momentum, especially when faced with the inertia of a bad habit or lack of progress. To overcome this obstacle, he recommends the following steps. Start with small steps. Choose a simple action that you can take immediately. For example, if you want to improve your health, start by walking for 10 minutes a day rather than attempting an intense regimen right away. Create a routine. Daily repetition is key to building momentum. Even small actions, when done consistently, accumulate power over time. Set short-term goals. Achieving quick wins generates confidence and motivation to keep moving forward. Surround yourself with support. Seek people who encourage and help you stay focused, especially in the early days when progress may seem slow. Maintaining momentum. Once momentum begins, the challenge is maintaining it. Hardy warns that many people lose momentum because they relax too much after initial success. To avoid this, he offers the following strategies. Celebrate but don't stop. Acknowledge your achievements, but don't lose sight of your bigger goals. Every victory is a stepping stone to the next level. Review and adjust your goals. Keep your goals updated so they remain challenging and relevant. This prevents you from feeling stagnant. Be consistent even on bad days. The key to maintaining momentum is to take action even when you don't feel like it. Hardy states, consistency beats perfection. The danger of losing momentum. Hardy warns that losing momentum is easier than it seems and can be detrimental. A small pause can turn into a prolonged interruption, making it harder to get started again. For example, if you stop exercising for a week, you may lose the habit and progress you had accumulated. To avoid losing momentum, the author suggests, don't break the chain. Strive to maintain continuity, even if it's with minimal effort. For example, if you can't complete your full exercise routine, do something small like stretching to keep the habit intact. Recognize the signs of slowing down. If you notice you're losing motivation, take immediate action to recharge your energy and focus. Get back quickly. If you veer off course, don't punish yourself. Just get back into action as soon as possible. Maximizing momentum. Hardy explains that once you have momentum on your side, you can use it to achieve extraordinary results. To maximize its impact, he recommends, gradually increase your efforts. Use momentum to make small increments in your actions. For example, if you're writing 500 words a day, Increase to 600 once the habit is solid. Seek leverage. Find ways to multiply your results through tools, technology, or collaborations. Maintain your energy. Momentum requires both physical and mental energy. Make sure to take care of your overall well-being to stay at your best. Momentum and the compound effect. Momentum is a direct manifestation of the compound effect. Every positive action you take accumulates, generating exponential impact over time. Hardy explains that as momentum grows, you feel more motivated, more confident, and more capable of facing greater challenges. The author also notes that momentum can work against you if you're not careful. Bad habits and negative decisions also generate momentum, but in an undesirable direction. That's why it's crucial to be aware of your daily actions and ensure they align with your goals. Practical example: building momentum in finances. Hardy shares a practical example of how to build momentum in finances. If you start by saving just a small percentage of your income each month, over time you'll see your savings account grow. This initial progress will motivate you to save more, seek new income sources, or invest. Over time, this small habit can build a solid financial foundation. Final reflection. Momentum is a powerful tool for achieving sustainable success, but it requires consistent effort to build and maintain. By taking small daily actions and staying consistent, you can leverage the power of the compound effect and turn every step into momentum toward your bigger goals. Hardy concludes, momentum is not something you find, it's something you create and nurture every day. Chapter 14. Eliminate excuses, take full control of your life. In this chapter, Darren Hardy tackles a key topic for achieving success: eliminating excuses and taking full responsibility for your life. Hardy explains that the first step in transforming your life is to stop blaming circumstances, other people, or luck for your results. True success begins when you accept that you are the only one responsible for your decisions and actions. Victim mentality versus responsibility mentality. Hardy explains that many people unconsciously adopt a victim mentality, which leads them to justify their lack of progress with excuses like, "I don't have time," "I don't have the necessary resources," "I can't control the circumstances." This mentality may feel comforting in the moment, but it's an obstacle to growth and success. In contrast, successful people adopt a mentality of total responsibility. They recognize that while they can't always control what happens, they can always control how they respond. Responsibility is not a punishment, it's power, says Hardy. When you take total responsibility for your life, you give yourself the control to change it. Identifying your excuses. The first step in eliminating excuses is identifying them. Hardy recommends reflecting on the areas of your life where you're not getting the results you desire and asking yourself, what excuses am I using to justify this situation? What beliefs are fueling these excuses? What can I do to change this narrative? For example, if you're not progressing in your career, instead of blaming your boss or the economy, recognize the actions, or lack thereof, that have contributed to your situation. This honesty might be uncomfortable, but it's essential for change. Break the excuse cycle. Hardy explains that excuses often become a habit. Every time you justify the lack of action or results with an excuse, you reinforce that behavior, making it harder to break. To change this pattern, the author offers the following strategies. Change your internal dialogue. Instead of saying, "I can't do it because," change to "How can I do it despite?" This simple language shift motivates you to seek solutions rather than focus on limitations. Make an action plan. Excuses thrive in uncertainty. Having a clear plan gives you direction and helps you take concrete steps. Take public responsibility. Share your goals with someone you trust who can help you stay committed and remind you that you are responsible for your results. Eliminate the blame game. Hardy also emphasizes the importance of stopping the blame game. When you blame other people or external factors, you're giving up your power and limiting your ability to change. Instead of focusing on what's out of your control, focus on what you can do. For example, if you face a problem at work, instead of blaming your boss or coworkers, ask yourself, what can I do to improve this situation? What skills or attitudes do I need to develop to handle this challenge better? Hardy states that this mindset not only gives you more control, but it also improves your relationships as you become more proactive and less reactive. Responsibility and the compound effect. Total responsibility is the foundation of the compound effect. Hardy explains that every decision you make, no matter how small, contributes to your cumulative results. By taking responsibility for those decisions, you can take control of your life and steer the compound effect toward your goals. For example, if you decide not to exercise one day, that decision may seem insignificant, but if you don't take responsibility for getting back into your routine, that habit may disappear. In contrast, when you take responsibility for your choices, you're more likely to take action to correct the course. Examples of total responsibility in action. Hardy shares examples of how taking responsibility can transform different areas of life. Finances. Instead of blaming the economy or unexpected expenses, take action to create a budget, reduce debt, and increase your income. Instead of blaming a lack of time or resources, commit to making small daily changes, like walking more or cooking healthy meals. Relationships. Instead of blaming your partner or friends for relationship issues, reflect on how your actions and attitudes contribute to the dynamic and what you can do to improve it. Overcoming challenges with responsibility. Hardy acknowledges that some situations are out of our control, such as health issues or unexpected events. However, even in these cases, you can choose how to respond. Resilience and a positive attitude are examples of how taking responsibility allows you to overcome challenges and find opportunities amid adversity. The author shares a personal story of how he faced a difficult time in his career by taking total responsibility for his response. Instead of giving up or blaming the circumstances, he adjusted his strategy, worked harder, and ultimately moved forward. Final reflection. By eliminating excuses and taking total responsibility, you take control of your life and unlock your true potential. Hardy reminds us that change begins with honesty and commitment. Success is not in what others do for you, it's in what you do for yourself. Chapter 15. The Influence of Environment. Design success around you. In this chapter, Darren Hardy emphasizes the importance of environment in your path to success. He explains that your environment can be a catalyst that accelerates your progress, or an obstacle that limits it. Designing an environment that fosters your goals is crucial to staying focused, motivated, and on the right track. The environment as a reflection of your results. Hardy begins by pointing out that your environment, both physical and social, has a direct impact on your decisions, habits, and outcomes. From the people you interact with to the place where you work, everything influences your mental and emotional state. Success is not an individual effort, says Hardy. It is the result of an environment that supports your goals. The author encourages reflection on how your current environment is affecting your actions. Does it motivate or distract you? Does it foster positive habits or reinforce negative ones? Does it bring you closer to your goals or push you further away from them? Surround yourself with people who uplift you. One of the most powerful influences in your environment is the people around you. Hardy reinforces the idea that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you're surrounded by ambitious, positive people with similar goals, you're more likely to adopt those behaviors. Conversely, if you spend time with negative or unmotivated people, their influence can limit your progress. To improve your social environment, Hardy suggests: identify people who inspire you. Look for mentors, friends, or colleagues who share your values and goals. Limit time with negative influences. While it's not always possible to eliminate these relationships, you can set boundaries to minimize their impact. Join communities that share your interests. Participate in groups, workshops, or activities that connect you with people aligned with your objectives. Design your physical space for success. Hardy explains that the physical space you live and work in also affects your productivity and focus. A disorganized or distracting environment can hinder concentration, while a well-designed space can inspire you and help you stay focused. The author suggests the following steps to optimize your physical environment. Eliminate clutter. Get rid of items that don't contribute to your goals or cause stress. Create a dedicated space. Designate a specific area for working on your goals, whether it's a reading corner or a desk for important projects. Use visual reminders. Place images, notes, or quotes that reinforce your objectives and keep you motivated. Minimize distractions. Turn off notifications, keep your space tidy, and set clear rules for how to use that space. Control external influences. In addition to the social and physical environment, Hardy talks about external influences such as media and social networks. These can have a significant impact on your mindset and mood. If you're constantly consuming negative or irrelevant content, it's likely to affect your thoughts and actions. Hardy recommends: carefully select the content you consume. Choose books, podcasts, and programs that inspire you and help you grow. Limit time on social media. Use digital platforms intentionally instead of allowing them to distract or demotivate you. Seek inspiration rather than distraction. Fill your free time with activities that enrich you, such as reading, learning a new skill, or practicing mindfulness. The power of small adjustments. Hardy emphasizes that you don't need to change your entire environment at once. Often, small adjustments can have a significant impact. For example, changing an uncomfortable chair to an ergonomic one can improve your focus while working. Storing unhealthy food out of sight can help you make better dietary choices. Listening to relaxing music while you work can reduce stress and increase productivity. These seemingly small changes, when combined, create an environment that reinforces your habits and goals. Keep your environment dynamic. Hardy also warns that your environment needs to be regularly updated to remain effective. As your goals evolve, your environment must adapt to support your new priorities. For instance, if you've achieved one goal and are working on a new one, adjust your space and influences around you to align with your new goals. Practical example: transforming your environment for success. Hardy shares an example of how a person can redesign their environment to improve their health. Let's assume someone wants to eat healthier. Eliminate processed foods from the home. Replace them with fruits, vegetables, and nutritious snacks. Set up a visual reminder. Place a health goals list on the refrigerator or in the kitchen. Find an accountability partner. Share your health goals with a friend or family member who motivates you to stay on track. With these small adjustments, the environment begins to work in your favor instead of sabotaging your efforts. Final reflection. Your environment has a tremendous impact on your ability to achieve success. By taking control of the people, spaces, and influences around you, you can design an environment that works for you, not against you. Hardy concludes: if you want to change your results, start by changing what's around you. Chapter 16. Master your time, from tasks to intentional focus. In this chapter, Darren Hardy explores the importance of managing your time intentionally to maximize productivity and achieve your goals. He explains that while we all have the same 24 hours in a day, how we choose to use them determines our results. Success is not about being busy, but about focusing your energy on what truly matters. The myth of busyness. Hardy begins by challenging the belief that being busy equals being productive. Many people fill their days with activities that are not aligned with their goals, leading to burnout and frustration. Time is not the problem, says Hardy, it's how you use it that makes the difference. The author points out that the key is not doing more things, but doing the right things. This requires identifying your priorities and learning to say no to anything that doesn't directly contribute to your goals. Define your priorities. Hardy explains that the first step in mastering your time is gaining clarity about what truly matters. This means identifying your main goals and focusing on activities that bring you closer to them. To do this, he recommends: write down your long-term goals. Be clear about what you want to achieve in different areas of your life, such as health, career, finances, and relationships. Break those goals into smaller objectives. This will help you know exactly what steps to take to make progress. Identify your high-impact tasks. These are the activities that generate the greatest results with the least amount of effort. For example, if your goal is to improve your health, a high-impact task might be meal prepping in advance instead of just trying to eat healthily on the go. The 80-20 rule. Focus on what matters. Hardy introduces the 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle. This rule states that 80% of results come from 20% of actions. Applying this principle means identifying the most important activities that generate the greatest impact and dedicating most of your time and energy to them. The author suggests reviewing your daily tasks and asking yourself, what activities are generating the most impact on my goals? What activities are simply distractions or low-impact tasks? Once you identify those high-impact activities, prioritize them and eliminate or delegate the rest. Plan your day with intention. Hardy explains that a well-planned day is the foundation of good time management. Instead of reacting to what comes up, take control by planning your activities ahead of time. To do this, he recommends: create a daily plan the night before. Before going to bed, write down the 3 main tasks you want to complete the next day. Use time blocks. Dedicate specific periods to important tasks, avoiding interruptions during that time. Set time limits. This prevents tasks from expanding unnecessarily and helps you stay focused. For example, if you have an important project, set a 2-hour block to work on it without distractions instead of trying to do it in small scattered intervals throughout the day. Eliminate distractions. Hardy warns that distractions are one of the biggest enemies of productivity. From phone notifications to constant interruptions, these small distractions can add up and consume a large portion of your time. To combat them, he suggests: turn off notifications. Silence alerts on your phone and email during your focused time blocks. Create a distraction-free work environment. Keep your space clean and free of items that can distract you. Set specific times to check emails and messages. Instead of checking them constantly, do so at designated moments. Learn to say no. Hardy emphasizes that a crucial part of managing your time is protecting it. This means learning to say no to requests and activities that are not aligned with your priorities. Although it can be difficult at first, saying no frees you to focus on what truly matters. The author suggests practicing polite but firm responses, such as, "Thank you for thinking of me, but I can't commit at this time. I appreciate the invitation, but I'm focused on other priorities right now." Maximize your energy to maximize your time. Hardy explains that managing your time is not just about organization, but also about energy. If you don't have energy, even the best plan will be difficult to execute. To maintain high energy levels, he recommends: get enough sleep. Proper rest is essential for productivity. Exercise regularly. Physical movement boosts your energy and mental clarity. Eat nutritious foods. A balanced diet provides the energy needed to stay focused. Practical example: restructuring your day. Hardy offers an example of how someone could restructure their day to maximize time and productivity. Start the day with a morning routine that includes exercise, meditation, or planning. Dedicate the first hours of the day to the most important tasks, when you have the most energy and focus. Reserve the afternoon for less demanding tasks, such as responding to emails or attending meetings. End the day by reflecting on what you accomplished and planning for the next day. Final reflection. Mastering your time is not about doing more things, but about doing the right things intentionally. By identifying your priorities, eliminating distractions, and planning with focus, you can maximize your productivity and consistently move toward your goals. Hardy concludes, time is your most valuable resource. Learn to use it wisely, and you'll learn to live successfully. Chapter 17. Perseverance, the Fuel of Success. In this chapter, Darren Hardy focuses on the importance of perseverance as a crucial element in achieving success. He explains that the path to any meaningful goal will be filled with challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt, and that the ability to stay firm and keep going is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who give up before reaching them. The power of pushing forward. Hardy begins by reminding us that success rarely happens immediately. Great achievements are the result of years of consistent and cumulative effort. Perseverance doesn't guarantee immediate success, says Hardy, but quitting guarantees failure. He shares examples of successful people who faced numerous failures before succeeding, such as Thomas Edison, who made thousands of attempts before inventing the light bulb, or J.K. Rowling, who faced multiple rejections before Harry Potter was published. These stories demonstrate that perseverance is an essential quality for overcoming challenges and achieving success. Resilience in the face of setbacks. Hardy emphasizes that setbacks are not a sign of failure, but a natural part of the process. Every time you face an obstacle, he explains, you have the opportunity to strengthen your character and refine your strategy. The author suggests a change of perspective. Instead of seeing challenges as barriers, view them as opportunities to learn and grow. Reflect on what each setback can teach you, and use those lessons to adjust your approach. How to cultivate perseverance. Perseverance is not something you're born with, but a skill you can develop. Hardy offers several strategies to strengthen your ability to keep going. Connect with your whys. Having a clear purpose gives you the motivation needed to overcome tough times. Constantly remind yourself why you're pursuing your goal and how achieving it will impact your life. Break the path into stages. Large goals can feel overwhelming, especially when progress is slow. Break your goal into smaller, achievable milestones to stay focused and motivated. Practice patience. Success takes time, and impatience can lead you to give up too soon. Remember that the compound effect works in your favor, but it requires long-term consistency. Surround yourself with positive support. People who encourage and support your goals can help you maintain perspective and motivation when times get tough. Stay committed no matter what. Hardy notes that perseverance also means being willing to adjust your strategy without abandoning your goal. If something isn't working, instead of giving up, try a different approach. Commitment doesn't mean insisting on what doesn't work, says Hardy. It means being willing to adapt and keep moving forward. He also recommends developing a personal mantra or phrase that reminds you of your commitment. Repeating this affirmation in times of doubt can help strengthen your determination. Overcoming mental and emotional fatigue. Perseverance requires not only physical effort but also mental and emotional strength. Hardy acknowledges that everyone faces moments when we want to give up, but he offers advice on how to overcome those feelings. Rest when needed. Perseverance doesn't mean wearing yourself out. Sometimes, taking a break to recharge is what you need to move forward with more strength. Focus on progress, not perfection. Celebrate every step you take toward your goal, no matter how small, instead of focusing on what is still left to achieve. Visualize the final result. Imagine how you'll feel when you reach your goal and use that image as motivation to keep going. Perseverance and the compound effect. Hardy connects perseverance with the compound effect, explaining that cumulative success is only possible if you stay the course over an extended period. The compound effect doesn't work if you stop, he warns. Perseverance is what ensures that your daily efforts, no matter how small, accumulate into significant results over time. For example, if you're working on improving your finances, the habit of saving small amounts regularly might seem insignificant at first. But if you stay consistent, that accumulated savings can become a solid foundation for investments and financial growth. Practical example: perseverance in health. Hardy shares an example of how perseverance can transform your health. Imagine you start an exercise program to lose weight, but after a month, the results are minimal. Instead of giving up, continue with small improvements in your diet and exercise routine. Over time, those efforts accumulate and bring significant changes. Final reflection. Perseverance is the strength that keeps you on the path to success, even when progress seems slow or obstacles get in the way. Hardy reminds us that success is not about never falling but about getting back up every time you do. Keep going, says Hardy, because you never know how close you are to reaching your goal. Chapter 18. The Value of Gratitude and Celebration. In this chapter, Darren Hardy explains how gratitude and celebration play a crucial role in long-term success. Often, people focus so much on reaching their goals that they forget to appreciate what they have already achieved. Hardy argues that practicing gratitude and celebrating small wins not only enhances your well-being but also strengthens your motivation and keeps you on the path to success. Gratitude as a success tool. Hardy begins by highlighting that gratitude is a powerful practice that can change your perspective and increase your resilience in the face of challenges. By focusing on what you have instead of what you lack, you can cultivate a positive mindset that propels you forward. Gratitude doesn't change your circumstances, but it changes how you face them, says Hardy. The author recommends starting each day with a simple gratitude practice, such as writing down 3 things you're grateful for. These could include recent achievements, opportunities you've had, or even small moments of joy in your daily life. How gratitude fosters success. Hardy explains that gratitude not only makes you feel good but also improves your focus and productivity. By appreciating what you have, you become more aware of your gratitude, celebration, and the compound effect. Hardy connects these concepts with the compound effect, explaining that gratitude and celebration reinforce your positive habits and help you maintain momentum in the long term. Every time you celebrate an achievement or practice gratitude, you strengthen the positive cycle of action and reward, motivating you to keep working toward your goals. For example, if you're working on a large project, celebrating each completed stage helps you stay motivated and focused, rather than feeling overwhelmed by the size of the final goal. Practical example: celebrating financial progress. Hardy shares an example of how gratitude and celebration can apply to financial goals. If you're saving money for a big goal, such as buying a house, celebrate each milestone you reach along the way, such as saving a specific percentage or reducing a significant debt. Acknowledging these achievements will help you stay committed to the long-term plan. How to practice gratitude and celebration daily. Hardy offers practical strategies for incorporating gratitude and celebration into your daily life. Keep a gratitude journal. Spend a few minutes each day writing about the things you're grateful for and the achievements you've made. Create celebration rituals. Set up small rewards for yourself each time you complete an important task or maintain a positive habit for a week. Reflect regularly. Take time to look back and recognize how far you've come since you started working on your goals. Avoiding complacency. Hardy warns that celebrating doesn't mean becoming complacent. Gratitude and celebration should be tools to reinforce your motivation, not excuses to stop your progress. After each celebration, refocus on the next step toward your goal. For example, if you manage to lose weight or increase your income, celebrate that success, but don't abandon the habits that got you there. Instead, use that achievement as fuel to keep moving forward. Final reflection. Gratitude and celebration are essential to staying motivated, focused, and satisfied on your path to success. Hardy reminds us that success isn't just about achieving goals. It's about enjoying the process and valuing every step of the journey. When you practice gratitude and celebrate your achievements, you not only improve your results but also your quality of life, concludes Hardy. Chapter 19. The Abundance Mindset. Unlock Your True Potential. In this chapter, Darren Hardy explores the importance of developing an abundance mindset to achieve long-term success. The abundance mindset involves believing that there are always enough opportunities, resources, and success for everyone. It is the opposite of a scarcity mindset, which is based on the fear that success is limited and that for others to win, you must lose. The impact of the abundance mindset. Hardy explains that adopting an abundance mindset changes your perspective and decisions. With a scarcity mindset, you may act out of fear, competition, and insecurity, limiting your ability to grow. In contrast, an abundance mindset allows you to see possibilities instead of barriers, collaborate with others, and make decisions based on trust and creativity. What you believe about abundance determines how you act, says Hardy. If you believe success is limited, you will act out of fear. If you believe it is infinite, you will act with courage. How to identify a scarcity mindset. Signs that you may be stuck in a scarcity mindset. The author offers signs that you might be trapped in a scarcity mindset. Constant fear of losing what you have. Comparing yourself to others and feeling envy of their achievements. Refusing to share resources, ideas, or knowledge out of fear that others might surpass you. Avoiding risks due to fear of failure. Hardy points out that recognizing these signs is the first step toward shifting to an abundance mindset. Cultivating an abundance mindset. Hardy suggests several strategies for developing an abundance mindset. Practice gratitude. Gratitude reinforces the idea that you already have enough and helps you focus on opportunities rather than limitations. Generously share. Share your time, knowledge, and resources with others. This not only benefits those around you but also reinforces your confidence that there will always be more for you. Seek inspiration, not comparison. Instead of feeling envious of others' success, use it as inspiration for what is possible. Ask yourself what you can learn from them and how you can apply those lessons to your own life. Reframe your beliefs about success. Change thoughts like, success is hard to achieve, to success is available to everyone, including me. The power of collaboration. Hardy emphasizes that an abundance mindset fosters collaboration rather than competition. When you believe there are enough resources and opportunities for everyone, you are more willing to work with others, share ideas, and build relationships that benefit both parties. The author shares examples of how collaboration can create exponential results. For instance, partnering with someone who has complementary skills can help you achieve your goals faster than if you try to do everything alone. The abundance mindset and the compound effect. Hardy connects the abundance mindset with the compound effect, explaining that acting from an abundance perspective generates a positive cumulative impact. Every time you make decisions based on trust and generosity, you create a cycle of opportunities that reinforce your success. For example, if you share your knowledge with others, you're likely to build a network of people willing to help you in the future. Over time, these connections and acts of generosity can open new doors and generate unexpected opportunities. How to handle challenges with an abundance mindset. Hardy acknowledges that even with an abundance mindset, you will face challenges. However, this mindset allows you to approach them from a different perspective. Rather than seeing problems as barriers, you view them as opportunities to learn and grow. For example, if you lose a job or an opportunity, a scarcity mindset could lead to fear or despair. But with an abundance mindset, you can see it as an opportunity to find something better or develop new skills. Practical example: creating financial abundance. Hardy offers an example of how to apply the abundance mindset to finances. Instead of focusing on saving every penny out of fear of running out of money, invest in your growth, such as education or tools that increase your ability to generate income. This initial investment can yield much greater returns in the long run. Additionally, sharing your financial success through donations or helping others reinforces the mindset that there will always be enough for everyone. The abundance mindset and relationships. Hardy explains that this mindset not only improves your finances and career but also your relationships. When you believe that love, friendship, and support are not limited resources, you become more generous and less possessive with the people in your life. This strengthens your connections and creates a circle of mutual support. Final reflection. The abundance mindset is a shift in perspective that unlocks your true potential and opens up a world of possibilities. Hardy concludes with a reminder: abundance is not something you find, it is something you create. By changing the way you think, you can transform your life and the lives of those around you. Chapter 20. Legacy, building something that lasts. In this final chapter, Darren Hardy reflects on the importance of building a legacy, something that transcends your life and positively impacts others. Hardy argues that success is not just about what you achieve for yourself but also about what you leave behind for future generations. Your true impact is measured by what remains after you're gone, says Hardy. The definition of a legacy. Hardy defines a legacy as the cumulative impact of your actions, decisions, and contributions. It's not just about material wealth or recognition, but about how you've inspired, helped, or guided others. Your legacy can be reflected in the lives you've touched, the ideas you've shared, or the opportunities you've created. The author emphasizes that everyone, regardless of their position or resources, has the ability to build a legacy. You don't need to be famous or rich to leave a lasting impact, Hardy assures. Every action counts. Why building a legacy matters. Hardy explains that focusing on your legacy gives you a deeper sense of purpose and helps you maintain perspective on your journey toward success. By thinking about what you want to leave behind, you are more likely to make decisions that align with your values and long-term goals. Additionally, building a legacy inspires you to act with intention and make the most of your time. Hardy states, when you work for something bigger than yourself, you find the energy and motivation to overcome any obstacle. How to build a meaningful legacy. Hardy provides practical steps to begin working on your legacy. Define your purpose. Reflect on the areas where you can make the biggest difference. Ask yourself, What do I want people to remember about me? What impact do I want to leave on my family, community, or professional field? Identify your contributions. Think about how you can contribute to others in a meaningful way. This could include sharing your knowledge, creating opportunities for others, or being an example of integrity and perseverance. Live aligned with your values. Your legacy starts with how you live your life every day. Make sure your actions reflect the values you want to impart. Leave something tangible. Hardy suggests considering projects, businesses, books, or even family heirlooms that will endure over time. These are vehicles through which your impact can continue. Impact through people. The author emphasizes that one of the most powerful legacies is the impact you have on people. Whether as a mentor, leader, or friend, every interaction has the potential to inspire and transform lives. Hardy shares examples of people who have left a lasting impact by guiding, educating, or supporting others. These contributions may seem small at the time, but they have a compounded effect that extends far beyond what you initially imagined. The connection to the compound effect. Hardy connects the concept of legacy to the compound effect, explaining that every small action you take today has the potential to grow and create a greater impact over time. Legacy is not built overnight, he says. It's the result of small, consistent acts that accumulate over a lifetime. For example, if you dedicate time to teaching someone a skill, that knowledge can multiply as that person passes it on to others. Overcoming doubts about legacy. Hardy acknowledges that some people may feel overwhelmed by the idea of building a legacy, especially if they feel they lack the resources or influence to do so. However, he assures that you don't need to do something grand to leave a meaningful mark. Your legacy is in the small acts of kindness, support, and leadership you perform every day, he says. Practical example: building a legacy in the family. Hardy provides an example of how someone can build a legacy within their own family. This could include teaching core values to children, such as discipline, gratitude, and hard work. It could also involve creating family traditions that reinforce love and connection across generations. Small actions, such as spending quality time or sharing inspiring stories, can have a lasting impact on your family members. Your legacy as motivation. Hardy explains that working on your legacy can also serve as a powerful source of motivation. When facing challenges or doubts, thinking about the impact you want to leave can help you stay focused and committed to your goals. For example, if you're building a business, remembering that it could provide jobs, support a community, or inspire others can drive you to keep going even when the path gets difficult. Final reflection. Hardy concludes with a call to action. Start building your legacy today, not tomorrow. Every action you take has the potential to contribute to something bigger than yourself. Your legacy is not just about what you achieve, but how you impact the lives of others and the world you leave behind. You can't control how long you'll live, but you can control how deeply you'll live, Hardy says. Make sure your life leaves a mark that inspires and benefits those who come after you. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating journey through the compound effect by Darren Hardy. I hope the lessons and strategies shared here inspire you to make small daily decisions that, over time, will transform your life in an extraordinary way. If you found this content helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the upcoming audiobooks and tools that will change the way you think and act. We'd love for you to be part of this community of growth and learning. See you in the next chapter of Audio Mentors. See you soon and keep growing.